Hi guys, Angel here, and today I'll be reviewing the new Paw Patrol episode, Pup Save a Waiter Bot, and Pup Stop a Pie Clone. Since I already seen this episode, because it was up on YouTube from Canada, this is gonna be like a pretty short video for both. So, nothing bad to say about the Waiter Bot. But I think Mary Goodway's over exaggerating on her plate a little bit. But I think it's a collectible. You can't get them anywhere else. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna explain this. Rocky and Rubble were helping out Mr. Postman delivering some packages. Rocky was holding Mary Goodway's package, which contains Mary Goodway's hang on. Her one and only antique. Her one and only antique Adventure Bay commemorative plate. So, she got it sent to get fixed because it has a tiny crack in it. But by God, man, that plate is fancy schmancy. Her one and only antique Adventure Bay commemorative plate. I mean, can you imagine if you sell that kind of plate? You'll have big bucks. And when Mary Good was laughing at the joke she made, she almost dropped it, but Rocky saved it. Good pup. And then the second package that Rubble was holding was for Mr. Porter, which is the waiter bot, to help him out with the restaurant, delivering food to the table and cleaning up the dishes. And I think the customers are taking a bit of it was weird, but they'll try to get used to it. So Mr. Porter's taking it nice and easy. And then the puzzle were playing charades. With Sky being first, Zuma gets it right. She was playing basketball. Then second was Zuma. His is surfing, which Chase got it right. And while the waiter bot was helping out, unfortunately, when Francois was playing chess, he accidentally knocked down the cup filled with water, which caused waiter bot to malfunction and clean everything inside. The chessboard, the checkerboards, Captain Turbot, and the plates. He's gone spring cleaning crazy, and Mr. Porter can't control it. Then when it's Marshall's turn, Rocky and Marshall told Rocky and Rebel to guess what he's doing, and Rocky's guess was trying to get gum off his paw, or shoe. And Rebel is not to step on the end. Mr. Porter calls, and Sky guessed it. Marshall's charade game was he playing soccer, and he got it right. So yay! And the waiter-bot's gone dish cleaning mad. Chase was called to warn everyone about the waiter bot and Rocky to turn him off. Unfortunately, they managed to fix everything, but Rocky also fixed the signs because he did a deep cleaning job that he literally cartoon logically impossible wiped the number off, which caused traffic problems. So Rocky fixed that, thank goodness. And then the waiter bot is taking Mary Goodway's commemorative plate away. Even the waiter bot's trespassing in people's homes and stealing their plates to clean them. Chase was trying to go after the plate while Rocky do some more repairing. And when I saw this one point, when Chase says I can't look, his pose is so familiar to the pose that the position he did in Pups Save the Sea Turtles, all the way back in season 1 when Chase got so worried about Sky. But I think the only difference is that Chase's ear was bent in this episode, his hind legs were in the back. He's only this down, while Chase is like this, and his paws were not extended out. The commemorative plate is on top of the playground, so Ryder called in Rebel to very carefully get it off, but unfortunately, the waiter boss spotted it first, and like he cleaned the playground, and it fell on top of the other piles of plates. Luckily, to fall into the forest with a stack of plates, and the only way to get the waiter boss' attention is, if Rocky can turn him off, but the only way to do that is to get dirty. So poor Rocky, he's not only had to get wet, but he's also had to get dirty. But a pup's gotta do what a pup's gotta do. Anything for a rescue. I feel so bad for Rocky. Like, judging by his face, I think he's kind of like embarrassed or humiliated. But I'm pretty sure it's both. So he turned off the machine finally. Rebel got the plate down, and like just in time for lunch. Let me like help. You mean Miracle was like over exaggerating for a commemorative plate, so she could use it for lunch. I mean, like she couldn't just use any ordinary plate. I thought like she was gonna like keep it safe until like she decided like sold it, but whatever. All the plates are back. The postman was wondering if Mr. Porter is gonna return that devious robot bag, but Mr. Porter says no, because thanks to him and Rocky, they managed to fix up the waiter bot. So he, instead of like serving, he's actually greeting the customers in the most entertaining way, which like the kids love, is the waiter bot juggling plates and washing them. So besides the Marigold being over exaggerated by a play, I give this episode I give it actually a 5 out of 5. Yeah, we'll go with 5 out of 5. Next up is Pup Stop, a pie clone, which in all honesty is kind of interesting. Cause like, I mean, like, how can a natural disaster like a cyclone can turn out to be so delicious with pie? So Mr. Porter got a new oven that, like, that keeps the pies nice and delicious, and everyone's checking it out, and even Rubble and Chase come back, like back to back, dudes. See. It's like a quadruple Rocky and Rebel episode, because, like, first you got Rocky in the title card for the waiter bot, then in the episode, Rebel and Rocky were there for, like, to help the Mr. Postman, then they went in the episode later together, then Rebel was on the title card, Rebel and Rocky were helping out with Mr. Porter. I mean, it just, whoa. I think it's just like, I think it's like a Rebel and Rocky kind of themed episode, cause like obviously when it comes to machines, it could be either Ryder or Rocky. Something like Rocky or Rebel based episodes. So anyway, Marigold and Captain Turris smelled the pies, and so was the pups when they were like helping out like Mr. Porter cleaning the restaurant. He said that his new oven keeps the pies nice and warm. And his brand new pie oven 3000, and he has enough pie to give to everyone for free. So free pie. I think, honestly, I think that's something that Mordecai and Rigby would actually loved. And, like, Rigby wants, a cream corn custard pie, which is Chicolate's favorite. The Pups wants, like, a pie treat pie, which is a major callback to, like, Pups save a cat burglar during the pie swap. So this is sort of like a sequel to all of it. And like Rocky and Rebel went back to the lookout to tell everyone about the Before that, when Mr. Porter opened the oven with the heat and the cold wind, created a whirlwind. And like Rocky and Rebel were like kind of was surprised, and Rocky was asking like where did that whirlwind come from, and Captain Turbo explained that the cold breeze with the fire heat from the pies caused them to like swirl around, which thus created a whirlwind, or should I say a tornado. I mean that's like science. I mean, like, their free pies will be ready in a little while, so Rocky and the Rebel went back to the lookout to tell everyone about the pies. Then the Mayor Humdinger heard about the free pies, and he he got like, he wants strawberry, pecan, chocolate, and like tuna for the kittens, because even though he doesn't want it, he gets the tuna for the kittens. 4 free pies, but Mr. Porter says like each of the pies, like the pie, 1 free pie per person, and he says like cleverly, I think like 1 of each. I mean like he didn't say anything about like getting like 1 of each pie. But then like Mr. Mayor Humdinger, being the impatient person he is, decided that it would be a wise idea to like cool down the pies with his blower, the same one that he used in Puff Save the windsurfing competition. I mean, like he could have just waited until it's cooled. I mean, hello. I mean, like he's so impatient, and like unfortunately because of that mess up, he created a whirlwind which causes a pie clone. And the pups were like, doing like spinning the bowls like a whirlwind. And then Marshall did it. And then Chase was called in to warn everyone about the pie clone. Marshall to clean up the mess of the pies. And like for Rocky, let's see. Hang on. I'm sorry. For him to fix anything that's broken. But then like the pie clone was getting like out of control. And the pie clone was heading towards Katie's parlor. So Chase warned her, and they take cover inside the parlor, but unfortunately her place was slammed with pies and her sign was broken, but they managed to fix it. And like Chase goes to Captain Turbid with his weather balloon, but then the pie clone came in. Captain Turbid and Chase take cover in like the front of the deck of the Flounder. Like Captain Turbid was almost about to fly away if it wasn't for Marshall to catch him. And they were wondering how did the pie clone came to be if there was like no strong cool breeze. And then like Mayor Humdinger came back wanting the pies. Since they're like done. And he says like since the first batch was ruined because he was the one who messed it up. And like Chase warned them that the pie clones are coming in, so they need to take cover. And Mr. Porter says that the pies are too hot to move. And Mayor Humdinger has the bright idea to use his blower, which, believe it or not, there was a bush shaped like this. So it's so like obviously convenient. And then, like, they Ryder figure out that it was Mayor Humdinger's blower that causes the pie clone. So he turned it off. But the pie clone won't stop unless, like, the hot air from the pies, like, until, like, the hot air gets away from the cold air. So Ryder calls in Rubble to use his shell to knock down all the pies, and Sky to lift Rubble up inside the eye of the storm, which is calm. And he did it, and all the pies are back to normal, and Puff scores himself a strawberry and pup treat pie. Mayor Humdinger was upset that he didn't get any pie, but when he did, unfortunately it was tuna, so the kittens get free pie after all. That's what happens when you're not being patient, Humdinger. I gotta give this a 4 out of 5, cause like, Mayor Humdinger's, because anytime like Mayor Humdinger is not patient or tries to cheat to win, he always messes things up. However, the pie clone is kind of fun. I always wonder if Mr. Park can make me like a red velvet pie. I mean, if there's such thing as a red velvet pie, maybe I want to give it a try. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys soon with the brand new Paw Patrol Dino Land rescue episode, Pups and the baby dino eggs. So, Angel Eye Storm saying, happy summer, happy summer. I'm already finished with my junior year, and I'm on my way to senior year. And unfortunately, I don't have a crown. I need to make my crown soon. So, peace.